Unfortunately, Kylie, we had to say farewell to one of our best CU athletes in our history this year.
That's right, we did, but our very own Luke Rosenmeyer caught up with her and had a chance to talk with her about the past few years and maybe what's coming up for the future.
Hi, I'm here with Colorado Soccer's all-time leader in just about everything, Nikki Marshall. Nikki, obviously being a Division I athlete is a major time commitment, one that you've made for the last 4 years. How are you feeling initially now that you know it's all over?
It's been a fairly dramatic experience, I think, just realizing that it's all over, and, you know, I think it's kind of been my identity for the last 4 years, and, you know, but I have no regrets, and I'm excited to move on to the next step in my life and see how that goes.
Growing up, everybody who plays sports is always dreaming of being in the Super Bowl or in the World Cup or in the World Series. Growing up, was there ever a moment when you realized that, hey, I could actually go somewhere with this?
You know, I don't think I ever really thought that I was going to take it as far as I have. I definitely didn't. I think my dream was to play Division I college soccer, and I got there, and then I was blessed to have the other opportunities that I got through the national team, and you know, so I would say no, I never really expected it, and I never thought that I could make it this far, but I'm excited that I have, and ready to continue on the path.
Coming out of high school, you weren't that heavily recruited despite putting up 100 goals, 38 assists in high school, and being named the 4A Player of the Year. Did you use that as kind of a chip on your shoulder when you got to school?
Sure. You know, I think I kind of agreed with the recruiters. I don't think at that point in my life I was quite ready to play at, you know, some of the elite schools, and I was fortunate enough to get recruited by Bill, who coaches at an elite school, and, you know, who saw something in me that no one else saw and really gave me an opportunity that, you know, allowed me to kind of follow my dreams. So I'm lucky to have Bill, for sure, and Paul.
And what role would you say your coaches at CU, obviously Bill Hempin is a great coach, what would you say the role he's played in your development is as a player?
Oh, I mean, I don't think I ever had coaches as good as Bill or Paul Hogan or Allie Hunt or Tracy Chow. You know, all of those coaches have been extremely influential in my development as a player. I think I've come leaps and bounds since freshman year. I remember coming from an ODP tryout and one of the coaches telling me that I just ran around like a chicken with my head cut off, and that if I could channel, you know, my running and figure out how to be a soccer player, I would be much better. And I think Paul and Bill have really done that for me. They've made me a soccer player and not just a runner.
You mentioned your freshman year at CU, in which you scored 17 goals and had 3 assists and got called up to the U20 national team. If somebody had told you that you were going to accomplish all that as a freshman, what would your reaction have been?
I would have probably laughed. I think even my first game freshman year, I remember playing against Clemson and scoring 4 goals, and I was like, this is something's wrong. Like, this should not be happening. You know, I was, you know, self-doubting. So I don't know. I'm excited that I've accomplished so much, and blessed that I've gotten the opportunity to even show that I can do that. So
after achieving so much with the national team, that's obviously such a huge stage. How did you stay motivated to still perform at a really high level collegiately?
I think my motivation comes from my teammates and my coaches. You know, these are the original people who believed in me, and regardless of whether I'm playing for the national team or for my college team, it's still an extremely high level of competition, and I always want to be at my best and, you know, lead my team. And so, I mean, I don't think it makes a difference whether it's college or the U23 national team. Now
that you no longer have Colorado soccer to focus on, do you have a next step in mind? The women's professional soccer draft is in 2 months.
Yeah, I would love to get drafted, and if I got drafted, I would take that opportunity in a second and see, you know, what I could do with that. And if not, I have other things I want to do with my life. Regardless of whether I get drafted or not, I would really like to go to grad school and possibly get my master's in education or maybe psychology, and teach, maybe coach. I don't know.
I'm Luke Rosenmeyer for Nikki Marshall. Thank you very much, and we'll send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Luke. Being a walk-on athlete at a school like CU is no easy task. This week I talked to a couple of buffs who've walked the walk all the way to the top. Whether it's the ladies on the court or the guys on the field, Division I athletes usually take the same road to get to the big time. That road usually involves a scholarship, a free ride through school, and a guaranteed spot on the team. But for a select few, they chose the road less traveled.
I was playing on the club team, and I tried out and then made it, and then things just kind of went on from there. Getting back into the Division I intensity has been really good for me.
Junior outside hitter Katie Avagno was at Florida Atlantic her first 2 years before transferring to CU this fall. Her surprise call-up from the club team meant getting back in tip-top shape.
Over the summer, I didn't really train that much because I wasn't expecting to, have to be at that physical fitness that you have to be for Division I sports. So for the first couple of weeks, I was definitely really sore.
Katie Avagno's journey of playing Division I volleyball, moving down to club, and then moving back up into the Division I ranks is definitely a unique story. Another CU buff has had to overcome similar adversities in his attempt to be a Division I athlete. I'm talking, of course, about starting inside linebacker and Boulder native Jeff Smart.
Well, I was just given an opportunity, basically, and to walk on here, and then made the best out of my opportunities when they came, and things wound up pretty good for me.
For Smart, staying close to home for school was a big plus.
And I wanted to be at a school where I would be comfortable if football didn't work out. I could have fun at school, too. I mean, I always watched them growing up, was able to go to a bunch of games throughout high school and stuff like that, so it's cool being able to play here now. It's fun. Family gets to come out and watch all the games, or a lot of the games, and friends and stuff like that, too. So.
And despite his personal success, he has the same humility he had as a freshman.
I mean, I don't really think about that too much. I guess it was cool when I first got my opportunity to play special teams and that type of thing, but right now I don't really think about it too much.
Both players are true evidence that hard work and perseverance can get you to the top of the sports mountain. David Starcer, CU Sports Mag. Stick around, we'll have that trivia answer coming up.
That's right, and we also have the weather update, so stay tuned.